Welcome everybody to the latest episode of Real Spill with Shyne. I'm back again, May 15th, 2022. This is our second episode of the day. We came through with breaking news a little bit earlier. Now we joined again today with OZ in the building. Tell the people what's up, man. Tell them what's going on.
How y'all doing, man?
I got Gutta back in the place, of course.
Still here doing it.
We here to deliver the news stories of the day that's going to affect your world tomorrow. Of course, the big story is still the mass shooting in New York City. This article right here coming out of USA Today. It says at least 10 dead, 3 hurt in Buffalo supermarket shooting. The governor blames white supremacists. Now, we ain't got to read this story. Everybody here pretty much know what happened up there. You know what I'm saying? The man had them wrote a 180-page manifesto detailing what he was going to do, how he was going to do it, and why he was going to do it. He walked in the grocery store, he shot all these people, walked up to him, shot them execution style, you know what I'm saying? Like, these people just out trying to buy groceries, man. And as a black man, you see them walk this guy out of the grocery store without not a scratch on his body, and you thinking to yourself, who is there to protect me? At the end of the day, who is there to really protect me? I'm here to tell you, you are the only person that's gonna protect you. Cause I can tell you right now today, if a brother go and kill 10 white people that ain't Kroger, I promise you he ain't making out the goddamn cereal aisle.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Shoot him on sight.
He is not coming off that cereal aisle, bro. He gonna be handled right there inside the grocery store.
Going in and shoot.
So, when you see this shit, man, and again, news stories like this and things like this happen in this country. It's another reason why all black people in this country need to be able to get some kind of mental health. They need to be seen. They need to be able to get a check for that. If they're giving out mental health disability checks, all black people in America should qualify for that because we are suffering from PTSD in the most extreme manner of the word. A guy who go to war, I understand he got post-traumatic stress, but I'm at war every day in my life.
Being black.
Every day just waking up being black. Nothing I can do to change that. Nothing I can do. I don't care. Them people in that grocery store, all of them went thugs, man. Our mamas and our grandmamas do the grocery shopping.
Right.
For the most part. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then, daddy might be walking around with her, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, that's mamas and grandmamas in the grocery store.
Right.
These people, man, these white supremacists, what get me, man, you swear y'all the master race and all this and that, but you always go attack our weak. You always go where it's just gonna be women and children now. You know what I'm saying? How many places it is you can find a lot of black men that's ready for you to come over there starting that shit. I'm sure right around the street from that grocery store was a hood that had some Negroes hanging out somewhere. If you really want that smoke, you'll take it there. But you don't want that smoke. You want this easy shit. And like I said in my last live, we got to fuck a march, okay? Just stop march. Okay? Marching again, you know what? Put your money where your feet at. Goddamn. Put some money towards some lobbyists and organizations so we can get some laws really changed. We gonna find out right now, real quick, what kind of teeth that federal hate bill got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
We gonna find out real quick, and if that federal hate crime is not applied to this man, then it ain't worth the paper that it's wrote on. Right now, Joe Biden gonna have to show us what's up. We already know where I think he at. You know what I'm saying? We already know where I think he at. But right now, it's time for you to show up. I want to hear Barack Obama talking today. I want to hear all these so-called black people that's supposed to be our leaders. Barack Obama ain't said a goddamn thing about helping black people since he got out of office. He ain't said a goddamn thing while he was there. But he damn sure ain't said nothing. This man out here riding on jet skis, living his best life. Every time you see him, it's like he on vacation. Man, we still living in this shit. So what? We had the first so-called African American president. Who gives a fuck? My life ain't changed at all. It ain't nothing like this. Supposed to have been such a great achievement. It means you can do anything. Nah, man, I'm still a victim in my own neighborhood. I still am overly policed in my own neighborhood. I still have to watch stories like this where innocent black men and women and just get executed for no reason and the man gets walked out of there without a scratch on. And at least throw a bow to the back of his head or something.
Yeah, run his head into the glass or something.
Do something.
Ah, dang, we get knee put on back our necks with nothing. No
For nothing. Just cause you done caught an attitude with us. You know.
This man outside shooting everybody in sight. Woman walking with a bucket, hey, she just looks up and the nigga, she falls down. He's shooting everybody in sight. It don't even matter. It didn't even matter what race you was. If you was in there or you was around, you would get hit.
Cause for one, he's not a trained assassin. You know what I'm saying? These punk ass, anybody with a machine gun can do some damage.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing about you being hardcore gangster. To me, you a fucking punk. Cause I'm telling you, if I got a problem with somebody, man, it don't take 100 bullets for me to show you I got a problem with you. You understand me? I come from the generation where we got a problem with you, man. We just see you. You know,
yeah, we got a problem with you. How you don't have a problem with the whole gross stuff?
This man, you know, they went through his manifesto and he of that belief that the white race is being replaced in this country and this and that. And that's a part of a lot of stuff that's going on in this country right now. The whole abortion rights issue is because the white man feels like he's being replaced. They don't think they're having enough white babies right now. And that's why they have to shut this abortion thing down. You know, and because of beliefs like that, man, it's gonna always go on. No country, listen to what I say, no country on this earth can remain a white country unless you oppress the black and the brown people. That's the only way. Because other than that, if you let black and brown people be equal to white people will cease to exist eventually. Because they're gonna intermingle, they're gonna have these interracial babies, and once that baby got some black in it, or some Mexican in it, or some Puerto Rican in it, or some anything else in it, it ain't white no more. White is a recessive gene. This ain't me thinking something. This is science.
Right.
Anything that mixes with white, it wipes it out. Shit, you can do it with paint. You can do it with anything. Goddamn, like white is recessive. It easily takes on the characteristics of whatever it mixes with. So the idea that America could remain a melting pot as well as a white country, that was never gonna happen. It could never happen unless you keep your knee on the neck of them other races. No. It's just, they say old boy had nigga wrote on the pistol and everything, on the rifle. And they also said he had some white supremacist slogan on his rifle. They won't tell us what the white supremacist slogan was, but they'll tell us that it said nigga on there. And I feel like they won't tell us what the slogan is because they don't want to identify any certain group that he might be affiliated with. So therefore they can't have no reason to prosecute that group and get them under a RICO Act or anything. They'll keep that a secret. You know, you be surprised who be protecting who, man. Mm-hmm. But the fucked up thing about it, even when it's a black officer, he can't protect us. He can't. Even as much as he might want to protect us, he can't protect us. But a white officer can protect his butt. You know, man, I don't understand, man. I just don't understand. It's so much, dog. And I know that if you're a black officer, you're in a fucked up situation too. You want to feed your family, do the whole nine, and you really want to believe that these people got your back, even though you see it all the time, all the evidence that they don't really got your back. But you want to believe that you're a part of that blue shield that they talk about. You want to believe that you in that. But man, if you got time, I can show you plenty of articles where they'll sell your black ass down the river.
Oh man,
You will go to prison way before they let one of them go to prison.
believe that. Well, if a black officer would have went in and shot that man off top, he'd have been facing some charges too.
Yeah, he'd have been under investigation too. You know, he'd have been under investigation.
But know this man is on the down today.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy, and we don't have no recourse. I know I be beating this dead horse all the time, man. But until we get really involved in politics. And I ain't talking about taking your ass out there and vote. I want you to do that too. I ain't telling you not to do that. But your vote got to have some money behind it. You understand that? You got to join one of them PAC groups. You got to be in a group, man. We got to all make an effort to infiltrate these groups that's getting senators and shit, man. They ain't writing up these 1,000-page bills and shit. No, that's lobbyists writing that up and handing it to them. This is what I want you to talk. This is what I want you to do. It ain't the senator writing this shit out. No, we got to get somewhere where we can get our bills put in front of the right people. You know what I'm saying? Well, we get a bill that's hidden inside the budget for the year. We get some shit for us slid in there. Cause we done put the money into it. If you don't put no money into nothing, if you ain't invested no money in the Apple, when they stock go up, why you ain't looking for no money? Cause you ain't put nothing into it. And stop just voting when they want you to vote. You know what I'm saying? They gonna put that black face in front of you to make you feel like these folk for you, man. But until they put a black person that you know is from your neighborhood, don't fall for that shit. A white rich guy and a black rich guy got more in common than that black rich guy and that poor black guy. He got more in common with that rich white guy than he got with you. His interests are different than your interests. You think he want to make $100 million this year and goddamn have to give away 20 or 30 of it to you? Come on. Everybody want to do charity when they can write it off on their taxes. Don't nobody want to do charity that can't be written off. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody, let me say that one more time. Don't nobody want to do no charity that can't be written off on their taxes, that can't be used to exploit some, get some kind of publicity. And you know, the biggest example of wealthy people actually doing that is the people that the government try to shit on. Rappers do actually go back to their hood and might just pass out $1,000 here, $1,000 there, and they ain't thinking about claiming it on their tax. And you might talk shit about a rapper going to a strip club and throwing $20,000, but he just helped every woman out in that club. She might not have to strip for too much longer now. You know what I'm saying? She done got way closer to her goal that she was trying to get to do what she trying to do now. He ain't just throw that money away. He done made several investments in the community right there. You know what I'm saying? They don't look at it that way. You look at it like they just throwing away money. But whereas the white man will go put $100,000 into this charity, he gonna write that shit off and it's like he ain't gave away nothing. You know what I'm saying? That just made him not have to pay that shit in taxes. This dude is helping the community and gonna still have to pay taxes on that money that he just gave back to the community. You understand? It's different, man. It's different. And those the people that they vilify, because those the people who actually change the hood. Now, once you get up to a certain level, like Jay-Z, when Jay-Z helped his hood, he turned it into a hood that his people couldn't afford. You know what I'm saying? He turned Brooklyn into a spot that his people can't even afford to stay there no more. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Don't do that. You know, yeah. Don't do that. No, you dislocated them. You got them 20 years from now, Brooklyn won't even be known as being a black place. You know what I'm saying? It won't be known for that. And that's Jay-Z. You know, what you gotta do is though, you got to empower the people there. to fix their shit up.
Right.
That way, you give them jobs, man. And every job ain't got to be tied to you, man. Like I say, man, you can go buy a shoe store. Hell, buddy, you run this right here. I'm gonna send you to school for 2 years, goddamn, let you learn how to goddamn manage shit. You know what dude in your clique can do what? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if you can put him, if this man don't need nothing but a car wash, you know that. But if he can't run a car wash, you don't need to have him run. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, he don't need to.
You're right.
Yeah, man, like. But man, it's crazy, man. And I know I be beating this horse all the time about what we need to do, and I sound like Uncle Ruckus sometimes, man. But I do it out of love, fam.
Hey, man.
I do it out of
Oh,
love.
that you beat it into them, they start realizing.
I want my people to goddamn. Let's get up out the hole, man. And let's stop asking people to pull us up out the hole. Let's dig some steps in this goddamn dirt and walk ourselves up out this goddamn hole. We ain't gotta wait on no rope, man. We can sit here and dig with our hands until we make some steps to get up out this thing, man. We can do it, family. We all get in this thing together and stop being ops to everybody, man. Every black person you meet share the same exact struggle you share. Why you want to inflict more pain on him? He already going through enough. Just waking up in the morning having to deal with these police and bills and life and everything. Like, he got enough working on him. Why you gotta add extra pressure to him? Why he got to try to add extra pressure to you? If anything, you need to be encouraging each other, man. Encouraging words throughout the day go a long way, and it don't cost you nothing. It don't cost you nothing to wish somebody, man, I hope you have a good day today, dog. I hope everything go your way. That didn't cost me nothing. Didn't cost me a damn thing. You know what I'm saying? But instead, I want to look mean and mean mug. And a lot of times, nigga, you really ain't that bad. You just look at me, so won't nobody try you, so you ain't got to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You go over him playing a part, and he playing a part, everybody over him pretending. Man, most of y'all don't really want to fight nobody. At the end of the day, I know me being 40 years old, I don't want to fight nobody, man. I don't heal up like I used to, man. My skin be thawed out for a few weeks behind something like that now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so why I'm looking mad everywhere I go? Why I'm looking mean? You have to, though. It's a deterrent to keep people from bothering you. But I shouldn't have to feel like that with my people. And I want us to get to the point where we ain't like that, man. We ain't got to be like that. That ain't how we built. That's some learned behavior. Again, we was taught to hate each other. We got to unlearn that and go back to loving each other, man. Cause we all come from the same, bro. Ain't none of us no better than the other one. Goddamn, we all come from the same. Everybody up in this thing were born to be gods, bro. We all were born to be gods. It's all on your interpretation. I ain't say you were born to be the God. Don't never get it confused. A lot of people get it confused when you say you a God and this and that. I'm not saying I'm the God, you know what I'm saying? But a God is somebody who can change things around them. I can change everything around me at any given time. Pick that up, drop it back down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a God of my universe. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna move on, man, because I stay on Bud all day long with him and his stuff, man. Now, the other big story I got today, because I do want to keep the show moving along. We already about 20 minutes in. A coup to remove cancer-stricken Putin is underway in Russia, a Ukrainian intelligence chief says. Now this is my question about that, right? So, a Ukrainian intelligence chief gonna say that they got a coup in Russia that's trying to take Putin out. Putin must ain't got the internet. Cause I know if I woke up this morning and that's one of the first things I saw, I know if he woke up this morning and he seen that shit, like, I be killing so many people today. You know what I'm saying? You seen that movie, The Dictator? I be hitting them with that right there all day long, bro. Like, I ain't never understood that kind of shit. Like, even with America, like, if we mad at somebody and we talking about going to war, why it's in the paper?
Right.
Why you gonna warn people that you getting ready to do something before you do it? That's like me putting on Facebook, and tagging somebody, I'm finna come whoop your ass in 10 minutes. I done gave him time to get his pistol, his everything. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and as U.S., we definitely should have been learned from that. That Japan didn't tell us nothing.
nothing.
They played along with us the right to the final hour.
And then what upsets me about the whole Japan thing, man, don't get me started talking about these boys. Don't get me started talking about them. But yeah, man, Japan snuckles ain't said shit, all that right there. But the thing that get me, when we got them back,
Right.
we paid for everything that we tore up. They didn't pay to fix none of the shit they tore up when they came over here. But when we went and blowed that shit up, we paid for we are the reason why Japan is where it's at today. But yet now we owe China damn near all this money. Like we helped we rebuilt Japan. No.
After they did what
After they came and did what they did.
Sneaking.
Again, I say America pays these countries to keep their ugly secret.
Yeah.
You can't tell me no other reason we would continue. Look, we in debt like a motherfucker. They tell us every year the American deficit is we owe such and such trillions of dollars to these places.
Right.
But we are still sending billions of dollars to other places. Why? That sounds like extortion to me, fam.
Yeah.
Like, to me, it sounds like somebody's being extorted. And I don't know why. I'm sure if somebody's smarter than me listening to this and you know why, I don't want to make no assumptions. But if most of the time when people being extorted, it's because they don't want something to be said or heard or what.
Mm-hmm.
We all know that all these other countries' history books date back farther than the United States do. United States, one of the youngest countries in the world.
Right.
It's got to be some reason why.
Mm-hmm. It's something that went on.
It's something
That they're trying to keep hidden.
that they keep
They've
hidden.
been keeping it hidden for a long ass time. And they've been sending money to the other countries for a long ass
Any
time.
country get in trouble, dog. Who the?
Long ass time.
Any country get in trouble for who the? And then when we don't agree with a country or we don't like a country, we shut that country completely out. You can't get nothing from North Korea they don't want you to get. You can't see what's going on there, and even through the internet, you can't just tag into North Korea. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So therefore, you can't get none of their information. Anybody we beef with, they gonna block it off completely. And so therefore, you don't know, and they can't get the information to you still. A lot of this information about black people that came out after Barack Obama was president, that shit was done by the Russians. That's why a lot of that information came out. The Russians interfered in the election. It ain't like the Russians winning actually got into the voting booths and did stuff like that. Nah, they just put memes out and let you go with it. You know what I'm saying? They put memes out on this side, memes out on this side, tell black people the truth, and then see if they'd have been putting a lot of lies in them memes, you could have Googled it and been like, damn, that shit ain't even no wasn't the truth. But they were telling you the truth.
Yeah.
They was putting real information out there. And now government officials act like that information don't exist, but it's on Google. That's why they don't want to teach critical race theory. Critical race theory is pretty much the truth about history. They don't want you to teach that. But it's so hard nowadays for a teacher to get in front of their class and lie to them because the students got this. The students got an iPhone sitting right there. You know what I'm saying? They type it in and all that other shit come up.
All that information for like history type things that's in school, it's hard to teach that now.
It's hard to teach that. It's because the truth is out there.
Yeah.
And a lot of that stuff was released out there by the Russians. You know? And that's one country that they won't really block you off from all the way because Russia's still the last all-white country like that. You know what I'm saying? They still pretty pure with it, as they would say. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like breeding a dog, man. It's just like breeding a dog. You gotta listen to what I say about this. Anytime you're trying to keep any kind of bloodline pure, you start having defects, because in order to keep blood pure, you got to keep breeding with each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Sooner or later, you got relatives breeding with each other, because ain't nobody stretching out and doing nothing else. So after a while, you start having goddamn shit wrong with folks. So that's why you can't contain a pure culture, because you can't. It's man, I can't keep breeding my dogs with the same dogs. Got sooner or later, the offspring's gonna be fucked up. They're gonna have bad bones. They're gonna have bad hips, all kind of shit. But yeah, man, I just thought that was wild that they was talking about they trying to do a coup on this man, and they put it on the goddamn internet. Like, he ain't got the internet, but you know, I ain't never said nothing bad about Putin, man. You know, he a man that's trying to do what he feel like he need to do for his country, and I feel like we as black people need to do what we need to do for our. You know, it is what it is. My next story that I got: a wife framed her husband by planting child sexual abuse images on his phone. But talking about trying to really get him. 2 women in Oklahoma were arrested after police uncovered an alleged plot to win a child custody battle by planting graphic images of children on a father's phone. Lacey Hutz conspired with her friend Angel Moore to plant more than 800 images of child sexual abuse on an old phone of Huck's husband. It was a big plot, but we unfolded it.
They could do more than goddamn want to cuss about. They could have sent that man.
They were finishing that man to prison. 857 pictures that they had taken from the dark web. To find all those screenshots is very disturbing, man. Like, they'll go a long way to get you fucked up, boy. Like, 857 pictures. That man was finna go to prison behind that, man. That man was finna just not get his child. That man was finna get a whole case.
Yeah, man. Boy, if that shit ain't evil, though, boy, that's some evil ass shit.
But that's some evil shit, though, buddy. Just to get custody, like, if you the mom, and you got to go to that length to get custody, how bad of a mom were you from the beginning? You know what I'm saying? Because the mom be there by default. It be the dad that have to do some shit like that to be able to get the child. You know what I'm saying? So if you the mom and you had to do that, that man had to go to jail for that shit and everything. He had to spend one night in jail behind that shit, fucking with that motherfucker, man. He ought to sue. I sue both of them.
Yeah.
I sue her and her friend. Anything the friend might have had or anything, I want all of it. I want the highs. I want that shit. Goddamn. Somebody got to stop these.
They should be charged now. She on that child porn and shit.
They all do. You would think. Yeah. Food truck explodes at Florida Seafood Festival. State and local authorities are investigating a food truck explosion during a seafood festival in Vero Beach, Florida on Saturday. One person was flown to the hospital with severe burns. Officers said the food truck was a vendor at this weekend seafood festival held by Riverside Park. There were no other injuries, man. That's got to be, boy. I know he was scared than a motherfucker, boy. That's what I'm talking about. Man, that thing, because you know them food trucks ain't much space and that dog. When that thing blowed up, boy, he might not have no eardrums right now. Like, y'all, God bless all the food truck workers out there, man. Y'all make sure y'all follow all the state precautions and everything. But some gonna be having some really good food. If you ever get a chance to my people out there, go to a food truck festival, man, and hit them up. If you ever find Shyne Sloppy Joe, what Shyne thing is? Ain't the Sloppy Joe Shyne or something? Yeah. Hey, man, you run across that guy there, man, make sure you check him out, dog. I'm talking about food outstanding. There's a couple other food trucks around here in the state of Georgia that really doing it big, man. I'm talking about if you ever run across them, show them people some love, man. They out there just trying to get it like you trying to get it. We're going to move on to the next story, man. The owner of a Massachusetts convenience store solicited sexual favors from juveniles in exchange for THC and vape pen. Man, you have to watch your children, man. Like, yesterday, my children went across the street to the park, man. Me and Bay sat on the back of the truck. You know, I was in the back of the trunk to make sure we keep an eye on everything. You know what I'm saying? They just crossed the street. Yeah. You know, I mean, you can't be letting your child and children go in all these stores and stuff. I don't understand. You know, man, I was a kid and we used to run the block like it wasn't nothing, man. We'd go to the store, this and that.
Right.
But in today's time, man, I can't imagine letting my child go to the store by themselves. We getting in the car, we going to the store.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like this, when I think back on it, man, like we just lucky it wasn't no molesters in our neighborhood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cause we were around a lot of grown ass people.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? And with no parental supervision or none of that. We were just blessed that none of them was no molesters. You know what I'm saying? Cause, I mean, like, hopping in the car, just going with somebody to the store, we all done did that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we done did it, fam. But, nah, man, like, I couldn't imagine Rod trying to get somebody to give him some ass for some cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just couldn't imagine our neighborhood store going down like that. But nowadays, man.
Oh, I was still kind of holding in though, cause kids and stuff still walk all the way up the roads and stuff. I know the kids out of OT Pine, well, they everywhere around, like we were.
They do the same way
Like
we
we
were.
were. They
Yeah.
everywhere around the whole neighborhood, walk to the store, everything. I ride by and check on them, make sure they good.
But see, for one thing, our neighborhood we ain't never had no sexual predator in that neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. The closest one probably was a dude that had moved in tall, but we got him.
They got dealt with pretty soon.
We got him on up out of the real soon.
Yeah, man, like that don't get no play on the Southwest, man. Like, that don't get no play over there. Now, this 40-year-old owner of a Manchester convenience store is facing several charges after allegedly soliciting sexual favors from high school students in exchange for store products. Oh, man. After an investigation and the identification of multiple victims, police issued an arrest warrant. He was offering THC and tobacco vape pens to juveniles in exchange for sexual favors. Muhammad Adris, he one of them. Yeah, for some reason, I knew already he was one of them. You know what I'm saying? He 40, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I believe a lot of that goes on around him. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I remember when that Indian dude got robbed right down the street from him. Not the one in Lena, I'm talking about the one over there on Vincent Highway.
Right.
It was a lot of women that was distraught that they would rob that man. Like, I was reading the post and they was like, how could they do it to him? You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, man, and a lot of them, I can see it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can see it. Now, the one thing about the ones around here that it was grown women saying that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it gonna be grown women. They be trying for the most part. You know what I'm saying? But right there, they finna send his ass back to India. Victim fights back during attempted armed robbery in front of Beaumont Dollar Store. You know, man, for the most part, I'm going to tell y'all, man, if a nigga robbing you, man, and he got the drop on you, man, let that nigga have. I'm talking about, cause, I mean, yeah, you might got a chance, but it's also another chance that it'll go the other way. You know what I'm saying? You can always get your stuff back. You can't get you back. You know what I'm saying? And even if he just hit you in the arm or the leg, man, you ain't gonna walk the same. You ain't gonna do something the same. Like, it ain't worth it at the end of the day just to try to keep this material stuff. Now, they done arrested the suspect who was accused of attempting to rob a man in the parking lot Friday night. A victim of a shooting at the family daughter. The officers arrived and learned that Johnny Jones attempted to rob the victim at his vehicle after he left the store. Jones placed the gun on the victim's rear, but the victim fought back. Police said there was a struggle between them for the gun. The gun discharged, but it didn't strike neither one of them. They both fell to the ground, and Jones kicked the victim in the face before heading behind the store. They found the gun on the ground at the front of the store and set up a perimeter. K9 found them hiding behind a fence nearby. Nigga, all you had to do was just go on home. You over there hiding in the fence. What the hell you squatted down hiding for? All you had to do is go home, man.
That nigga.
That nigga over there squatting behind the fence.
Yeah, man, nigga, dope.
Now I'm gonna tell y'all though.
Watch.
When Buddy got that gun into your rear, he would look at that was a bitch ass nigga who really went about that life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cause as soon as you make a move, if I got that gun in your rear, it's over with for all that right there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so most people, I'm gonna tell y'all, don't try that, man. Please don't try that, cause it can go a whole lot worse for you. Somebody shoot you in your rear, man, that's a lot of vital stuff right there. You know what I'm saying? You taking a chance, man. That's a lot of stuff you need right there, man. And for what? Anything that you got from the store, ain't nobody carrying no heap of cash on them nowadays, man.
Oh, no.
You know what I'm saying? Most of your money's on your card, man. You know what I'm saying? Let that man have them few dollars you got, man, and let it go. It ain't worth it at the end of the day, man. Your kids want to see you. Goddamn everybody, man. I want to see you here. Man, men finally getting a little respect around the world, man. Cause you know what I'm saying? Calling men bald now is gonna count as sexual harassment in the UK. I can feel that, man. If I can't say nothing about your titties, you can't say nothing about my hair. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just go on and put that out there. If I can't tell you lovely titties today, you can't tell me it look like you thinning a little bit of that. That's the same thing. According to these people. Nah, that's the same thing. Nah, I don't know, man. They say that using this word is inherently related to sex and it's amounted to a form of discrimination. I never knew that. What about dudes who cut their head bald on purpose? You know what I'm saying? Like, if they in that group too, can I not comment on your nice, freshly shaved head? You know what I'm saying? Like, man, shit getting crazy, in other words. You know what I'm saying? That's the basis of the reason why I'm talking about this story. Is stuff is getting crazy. You're not going to be able to have a normal conversation with a person after a while. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you can't joke with a person.
You definitely can't joke with nobody at work no more.
Oh, no.
You can't joke with nobody at work, period, because you're taking a chance if you tell a joke at work. Somebody might not like that joke and that thing, you know, you in HR. You know, so you can't joke at work no more. Man, most people back in the day got their wife, girlfriend, everything from work. You can't say none of that stuff to nobody no more, man.
But just imagine being in the HR office and they come in and say, so you said something about Mr. Johnny's bald head, huh?
What if you just rub in your head and he feels some type of way because you rub in your head? He think you talking about him. You wouldn't even talk about him, but now you in HR because you were rubbing your head, man. Like,
I don't like that because I had my little bald head joke too. I like to compare. They either had the Shaquille O'Neal or they had Michael Jordan. Which one is it?
I mean, do the bald head thing just apply to men? Because there's bald head bitches out there too.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I need to know. This is too much.
Should I say it?
Hey, man, we him.
Jada Pickett.
Call. I don't even say LeBron James. I
But you say it's about bald head women too, so.
Hey, man, you can't talk about alopecia no more. You can't talk about alopecia no more.
Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
He did.
Yeah, man, but yeah, I mean, where do it go? I don't know where it go, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Man, there's gonna be so many little laws and stuff for everything, man.
Everybody gonna have to work from home. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you better speak to nobody as soon as you got to
anything you say to somebody is offensive to somebody. It's like me and my old lady was watching some guy the other day, right? We'll watch. I want to give him credit. Bert Kreshinger or some shit like that. Got a crazy name. He wanted Joe Rogan friend.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We watching his comedy special. He's telling this joke about how he go to the coffee shop every day and him and the little black dude behind the counter got a little joke going. Right. You know what I'm saying? The first day he went off and he was like, how you want your coffee? Dude said, God damn, he want a venti, blah, 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 blah. Then Buddy was like, do you want to leave room for cream? He was like, nah, I want the police just to follow it for no reason. Exactly. The black dude laughed, he laughed. They had a good time. Yeah. But it was like, damn, dude, I didn't know you were that funny. I'm about to start watching you on Netflix and shit.
Right.
But it said, when you coming back? He said, I'll be back tomorrow. Dude came back the next day.
Yeah.
Goddamn, old buddy, goddamn, can't wait for him to get to the counter. They both crunk.
Yeah.
Old boy get to the counter, he asked him again, you know what I'm saying? So, how you want your coffee? He tell her he wanted venti, blah, blah, blah. So, do you want any cream in it? He like, nah. Goddamn, what was the second one, babe? He was like, nah. Nah, that's the last one. That's the last one. Hold on, give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. Either way, it was a funny black joke. You know what I'm saying? Letting you know that he wanted it black. They laugh, they trip out, woo. Third day come back, he say, but the third day, he done stayed up all night long writing jokes because he feel the pressure now. He got to come with the thunder today, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He like, shit, he know old boy crunk by that, he crunk by that. He done stayed up all night long writing jokes, trying to figure out which one he gonna tell it. He get back to the coffee shop, goddamn. He say, old boy got like 4 people standing behind him this time. So you can tell he done told all the workers and everything. Everybody waiting to hear the joke. Goddamn, he finally get up to the line, goddamn. Old boy asked him, so how you want your coffee? He said, I want the venti, blah, 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 blah. Like, do you want any cream in it? He was like, nah, I don't want him to know who his dad is. 2 white women standing behind him heard him. Yeah. And they were like, what did you say? The 2 white women got offended over the black guy joke. You know, over the black joke. And it's like, no matter what you say, now, the person I'm talking to ain't offended. Right. We're having fun. Lady, you don't know the history we got. We've been doing this shit damn near a week now. You know what I'm saying? Like, we having fun.
And I know if y'all hear, he obviously told y'all I was telling some type of black or white joke.
Man.
So y'all should have knew that. Expected that. That's what the whole thing was about.
Man, God, the shit was just crazy, man. You can't stop people from being offended no more, man. And for one, you can't make people mind their own damn business. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want to mind their own business no more. I remember back in the day, you could be arguing with your old lady, people to just walk on past. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But now, you're going to get a cry. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to tell her, man, we'll talk about this later, man. God damn. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, man, people always feel like, and it's social media. Social media made people feel like they got a right to have an opinion about everything. You know, they made them feel safe to have an opinion about everything. Social media is one of the greatest, when they do the history of the world, the invention of social media is going to be one of the worst things to ever happen to the world. For one, it showed the world what black people really go through over here. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times, like I said in an earlier episode, people thought we were just carrying on. You know what I'm saying? But when you see it, live broadcast, see, dude that killed them people yesterday, he live streamed it. Mm-hmm. That's how bold he was, man. He live streamed this shit. And the fact that nobody, like, the whole live stream, he telling you what he finna do and ain't nobody calling to stop it. You know, like, I done seen Facebook and Instagram and Twitter ban people that was talking pro-black shit quick as hell. I done seen it. Mm-hmm. You can't find them Tariq Nasheed movies on YouTube like you used to. You used to could catch all them hidden color movies and you could educate yourself back in the day. You can't find that no more. You can't find it nowhere. You have to pretty much order it from Tariq Nasheed himself. Mm-hmm. Now, if you want to get it, you know, a lot of stuff that if it's pro-black, it's investigated a whole lot more than if it's pro-white. They don't put the effort or the resources. You see how much effort and resources they put in the Young Thug? You know how much 10 years worth of motherfucking surveillance costs? Oh, yeah. You know how much that cost the government to surveil you for 10 years? And they didn't mind it. Mm-hmm. They didn't mind it. You know, it's like, man, I don't even know what to say, bro. Same thing every day, just a different headline. Oklahoma police chief arrested after meth found at home. He's sneaking and geeking. Yeah. On Thursday, meth was found at the home of an Oklahoma police chief. He could now face distribution charges. Staff at the Office Bureau of Narcotics say they work with the USDA and that the chief was buying and selling meth on the streets inside his own jurisdiction.
Yeah, he wanted to move. He wanted to be the big dog. What's that movie now? With Keanu Reeves.
Keanu, I don't know.
Man, Streets King.
I ain't never seen that one. You gonna make me have to check it out. Nah, you gonna have to make me check it out.
You get that, man. You need to check that out.
They say they didn't find but a small amount of meth at his home, but he was still arrested and placed into custody. They say it wasn't a large-scale operation and that the chief was just selling to individual customers. He was just selling like user amounts, he said. He wasn't selling no weight. He just had a few small-time customers that he like. He was probably getting the dick sucked, man. Yeah, man. Right. I'm going to be 100 on this show. You know what I mean?
You might have thought about it the smart way. You know how it is. If you break it down, you get more than...
Nah, man. He wasn't dealing with no big package. Like they say, it was all just small amounts, man.
Oh, that what he was stealing?
Yeah, it was all just small amounts. I think he was just getting the dick sucked. You know, tell me who he was getting it to. I bet you it was all female. Ain't nobody risking themselves to sell that little amount of meth to some niggas. I'm just using my brain and thinking about shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right, though.
Yeah, ain't nobody gonna risk. He the police chief. He ain't gonna risk that to sell no small amount of meth to some dudes. You know what I'm saying? He getting something better than money for this. You know,
his meth.
Man,
he definitely ain't using it because he got a on point all the time.
Nah, man, he just want a little favor there now and then. You know what I'm saying? But you got a Newport, don't you?
You probably got a little prostitution thing going on in their city.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man, we're going to keep on going, man. We're going to keep on going. My next story, this one good for you. Doctor planning womb transplant to allow a transgender woman to carry children. Y'all heard me right. A doctor in India is planning a womb transplant to allow a transgender woman to carry children. Now I'm gonna let y'all understand, cause you know that shit be a little confusing to me too. Transgender woman is a man that decided he wanted to be a woman. Now, I'm still confused as to the fact that are you a transgender if you don't have the surgery? Like, do you get a different word after you had the surgery, or is you still the same word? I think you ought to get a new word. I mean, if y'all ain't got no new word, I think that'll help the situation out a lot. I mean, y'all don't mind adding letters. Goddamn, I think we need another letter for people that don't got the surgery and people that do got the surgery. We can call it GMO. You know what I'm saying? It could be genetically modified girl or something like that, right? I don't know. I mean, I'm just brainstorming, but we need some kind of way to know. But for right now, I mean, I just don't know, man. Cause didn't they call old girl old boy that felt like a girl? They called him a transgender when he won the swimming thing, right? Mm-hmm. So, and they called it Dwayne Wade's daughter son. That's a transgender as well, right?
Right.
So you don't have to. You can have a penis, is what I'm getting at. You can have a penis still and be considered a transgender. Is that correct? I don't know. But that's something I guess somebody else gonna have to research. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just trying to figure out. See, this is my dilemma. They gonna give her they gonna give him a uterus. The trans woman is gonna get a uterus. Now, you give the trans woman a uterus. Where the baby supposed to come out at? Assholes don't stretch like that.
C-section.
Oh, they're gonna have a C-section?
I'm guessing.
Well, man, you know, I'm just me, you know. If you can't have a baby, then you can't have a baby. You understand what I'm saying? C-section is supposed to be the last resort, some medically and have woo. This is your only resort is to have a C-section. They say the only recorded case of a trans woman having a uterus transplant was in 1931, but this thing been around a long time. Man, I thought this whole trans movement was kind of, man. Like, how long they been doing it, man? Like, 1931, somebody was trying to get a uterus put in them, and people was okay. They talking about it led to her death. Somebody probably killed that. I don't know, man. These pronouns are so confusing. And then they get mad if you say it, but I can't say he or she. I don't know. The transgender mama got mad that somebody called her a mama. Like, you're a transgender woman. So you still want to be called daddy? No, man. You know how confusing that is. My daddy had me. What the fuck? Like, do you know? I'm sorry, man. If they can cancel Dave Chappelle, I know they can cancel me. I'm gonna leave these people alone. I just thought that was kind of wild, man. But this is the stuff that we working on, and we still ain't got a cure for the common cold.
At this point in life.
A man done died cliff diving in Spain, and his wife took a video from the boat they rented.
Oh, his wife that took that?
Yeah.
I seen another video from him too. They showed the man jump off that cliff.
Boy, he's a rock.
Yeah, he thought he was gonna be diving right, but
Play stupid games, man. You win stupid prizes every time, man. I don't mean to talk about it, but man, this social media shit, it'll have you doing some of the dumbest stuff. I promise you, if there was nowhere for them to post that video, he wouldn't have been jumping off of no cliff. You know, they done went out and rented a boat and everything. They done planned out the whole thing. They done, we finna go viral.
What angle they wanted and everything. Man, you gonna come up in the boat.
And they viral.
Yeah.
They are viral. They got what they wanted
Either
out of
way.
the situation. They are viral.
they doing anything for social media. Either way, they were going viral. If he would have lived, or
People do anything for clout,
yeah,
man.
man,
They
that
do
was
anything
gonna go
for
viral.
clout.
Man. Not anything.
Nah, people on probation or parole pay as much as $208 a month to be supervised by law enforcement. Here's why some advocates think that should end. I'm gonna read their reasons first, and I'm gonna give mine. Right now, scores of Americans are paying for the privilege of being under probation or parole supervision, and many of them are at risk of being further entrenched in the justice system and even locked up if they fail to meet their financial obligations. A news report published Tuesday by the Fines and Fees Justice Center and the Reform Alliance shows that most states have laws on the books allowing people on probation or parole to be charged a supervision fee separate from all the other programming fees a person may have to cover for costs associated with drug testing, counseling, classes, electronic monitoring, and even more. Those supervision fees range from a flat fee of $10 a month to over $208 a month for probationers and parolees, can come with penalties if a person is unable to pay. Which again, to me, is the system holding itself up on poor people. You know, they put you in a situation where you can't win, you can't get out of it. You know, they force you to jump back into the same lifestyle you had before, and then they catch you again, and now you're back in the same cycle. Like, how you gonna charge me for you doing your job? You know what I'm saying? Your job is to supervise me, but you gonna charge me to be supervised when it seems like if I can't pay, I shouldn't be supervised. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand the logic of that, and it's because, again, as I always said, those people who run those probation centers, they got lobbyists. They get laws passed where they're able to make more money. The people who are actual probationers don't have nobody in there talking for them. When it's time to go to Congress and be heard, ain't nobody representing the normal guy. He ain't got nobody there talking for him. And I'm telling you, man, that's the stuff we gotta change. We gotta change this system from the inside out. We ain't gonna be able to change it. We just got to go in here and work it. You know what I'm saying? We gotta work the system the same way everybody else work the system. You grease the oil, you grease the gears, and you make the wheels of justice go to turning. Without no grease on them gears, they rusted, man. They ain't going nowhere, man. You gotta put something on them wheels, man. And until we get that in our head, man, everything you spend money on, you can't see. Most of the most important stuff in the world that you spend money on, you can't see. If you can see it, more likely it really ain't worth nothing. No, for real. It really ain't worth nothing at the end of the day. It's probably depreciating in value as you speak. But the stuff you can't see, man, the stuff that you can do to change a whole generation of people, man. Like, we ain't got to continue to be in this position. We choose to continue to be in this position because we won't learn from the sins of the past. You know, we know what other people done did. We know how they tried to get things done. We saw what happened to the leaders. We saw it. We seen it. We done read about it. There've been movies about it. All kind of stuff. We know. Let's do it the other way. Let's infiltrate this thing with money. Let's put our money where our mouth at, man, instead of putting our feet on these folks' street. I always want to put our feet on these folks' street and go more ready to make a sign. Ain't y'all tired of using your crayons to make these signs, saying all these slogans and everything? Ain't you tired of that, man? Put some money up. The same money, the same little $5, $10 that you spent on the crayons and the poster board, you could have sent that in. They take them donations too. You don't have to just donate $1,000, $2,000, man. They take $5, $10, man. They take everything you can send, man. And that's the only way you really heard, man. Them folks just want you out their street when you out there in the road, man. They tell you anything to get you out their street. But as far as really making it happen, you gotta put some money behind it. You gotta put some work behind it, man. Just sitting there marching ain't gonna get you nowhere, but having to do this thing all over again. Let's stop the cycle. Ain't no need in blaming Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff. There ain't no need in all that. You know? I want them to be able to post this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I want them to be able to show. This guy live streamed this event and nothing was did to stop it. It was on live stream. Can you imagine a black guy getting on Instagram and live streaming that he's on his way to go shoot up a white neighborhood? Could you imagine? What would be there waiting for him by the time he got there? Could you imagine? But this guy was able to get on live stream and nobody alerted nobody. It was able to pull the whole thing out like nothing, you know? And that's because we're not represented in the right way. You know, yeah, we got black police officers, but we're not running no police unions. You know, you gotta control the union in order to control the people. The union controls the people. And as long as we ain't got no money going into that, we ain't got no representation in that. When them folks send you around that fraternal order police thing to get your little sticker to go on your car every year, you throw that thing in the trash. Them folks ain't asking for $15, $20. Give you a sticker, you get treated a little different when you get pulled over because they know you done put something into the fund. But you won't need to give them $15, $20. It don't cost a lot of money to put into this system. It don't cost a lot. And most of the stuff you put in, you'll be able to get it back if you file your taxes the right way instead of doing a 1040 easy. If you file your taxes the right way, most of that money, they'll get right back to you, man. But you just got to put the money, put the effort in, write the check. Send the check out. Show these people you for real about it. It's easy to go out there and sell some t-shirts and make some money. You know what I'm saying? Make a big scene. That's easy, man. But when you gonna put your money up? You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna put your money where your mouth at, man. You know? We need bills passed. We need laws placed in out here, man. We don't need no new song. We don't need no new slogan. We don't need no new phrase. We don't need no Aunt Jemima being taken away. We don't need none of that bullshit. We need some real laws with some real teeth And not just, I ain't even just talking about laws where we punish people for doing stuff. We need to worry about getting into a position where people know they can't do that. You know, because we don't have a place of authority at the table, people know they can do it. You gotta get a seat at the table, man. And that ain't got nothing to do with being no president. If you think they got anything to do with the president, they got you fooled, man. You gotta be the people that don't nobody see. You gotta get where you talking to them people. The people that the real shakers and moves right. The people that actually write out the bills that hand them to the senator and tell the senator this is what we want you to push. That's the guy. We got to get in connection with them, and they cost money to get close to. You got to goddamn pay some money to get close to them folks, and without the money, we ain't gonna never get there. That's all I got, man. That's all I got, man. What y'all got? Y'all want to say something before we get out of here?
No, man. Just enjoy y'all Sunday, man.
What you got for him? Oh.
Man, same as Gutta said, man. Enjoy y'all Sunday, man. We gotta do better, y'all.
Man, y'all be safe out there, man. Look out for each other, man. Protect yourself at all times. Y'all take it easy. Catch you tomorrow. Don't forget, hit the like button, click the follow button, and subscribe, man. Please, huh?
Hit the laws.
Hit the who?
Laws of power.
48.
Oh, the 48 laws of power. Yeah, let me go and get y'all the law. Here you go. Let me get the law real quick. I hope y'all applying these. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. I wait till I'm about to get out to start coughing. Alright, man, we're gonna hit you with the next law of power, which is Law 16. Law 16 reads, use absence to increase respect and honor. Too much circulation makes the price go down. The more you are seen and heard from, the more common you appear. If you are already established in a group, temporary withdrawal from it will make you more talked about, even more admired. You must learn when to leave, create value through scarcity. Well, that's deep right now. That's deep right now. Man, I'm glad y'all enjoyed, man. Like again, I said, hit the like, follow, subscribe button. I'll be back tomorrow with a whole nother video, man. Y'all take it easy. Enjoy your Sunday.